Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Wanna go? I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Tarot and such, good evening to you, lady. Welcome. We're not ending soon. Lady, welcome. JJ, thank you for your donation. Koala, welcome. 17 Joy, hello. How are you doing? Who else we got? Tarot and such, JJ, we got Lady, we got Sarah. Everybody's here. What is going on? We're here for the Tarot Oracle Show. How are you doing? JJ has a question. Well, should I put in for a promotion? That is the operative. That is the operative question indeed. You never quite know, right? You never quite know when that right time to get the promotion is. Sel, welcome. Sel, thank you for your support by buying the ebook as well. I appreciate that so much. All right, we have the Tarot Tower today. Is it going to work? Yay, it works. The Tarot Tower is functional, my friends. It is fully functional. Oh, we have not done the Grimalkin Tarot in quite some time. I'm ready for some cats. Grimalkin Tarot, Dab King, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Why have I been drawn to becoming a bartender? I'm just saying, the bartender is the most popular person in the building. I mean, that is the person that everybody wants to talk to, is the bartender. Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, JJ, let's figure it out, my friend. Let's figure it out. The cats have your information that you need. The cats do have it indeed. Hey, that rhymes. Okay. Putting in for a promotion, that's tricky. If you do it early, you don't know what's going to happen. If you do it too late, somebody else got that promotion. So you got to time it right. So you're good asking this question. Linda, hello. How are you doing? Temperance. Ooh, it is that balance. Just like I was talking about, right? The 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, I would say yes. I'm giving this a thumbs up. Entertainment purposes only, obviously. Don't make Sammy and Mom Bear, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Now, don't ask for promotions. Don't do anything major at work based upon a tarot reading, right? Use your own better judgment. KSW, welcome. But yeah, let's see about this. Temperance says that it is the balancing. It is that time. Wheel of Fortune said you've been doing day-to-day things. We've been going every day. I mean, you have a lot of predictability, you have a lot of reliability. A lot of people rely on you as far as that is concerned. And 8 of Cups talks about not only abandonment, but moving, right? It feels like this is the time, because if you don't get it, if you don't sort of get more of that reinforcement, more of the more of the attaboy type of feel. That Eight of Cups says, you know, it's kind of disappointing. There is somebody else that will take it if you do not get it, right? And the Ten of Cups, people appreciate you. They consider you part of the family. They appreciate your contribution. They really like what you bring to the table, which is important, right? You want to be that person that everybody enjoys, everybody loves it when they come in, and all of the good stuff. So, I mean, it definitely looks like this is the time. It does indeed. I would say thumbs up. And I would say go for it, right? Because if that promotion's available, somebody's going to get it. And if you don't apply, then they probably don't even know that you want it, you know? The Dab King, thank you so much. Well, I've been drawn to becoming a bartender. I'm just saying, bartending is pretty damn popular. It is pretty popular, you know? You get a lot of nice ladies that come up and want to drink and say hello, and they know your name. You know, it's just like Cheers. It's like Cheers, I'm telling you. Serena, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Boo Boo is here. Stacy is here. Stacy, thank you. Andrew is here. It's a party, my friends. The party has officially started on the TO channel right now. It has officially started. Literally everybody is here, and we are rocking it tonight. This is going to be a fantastic night as always. All right, let's see. The Ten of Swords. Oh my, that is interesting. A little bit of the Death, change of pace, and the Chariot. You need something different. You do. You need something different. That's why you're talking about a bartender. Is this going to be like drastically different than what you're doing now? I mean, are you doing something completely different now? It really feels like it. It feels like it's time for that big death change. It's time for finding out what is happening, where it is going to go. Because, I mean, you do have a little bit of change happening, a little bit of things. You need something different. That's what it is. That's what it is. JJ wants to know, is Baxter around? No, I just left Baxter's house. Baxter's not doing the stream tonight. We just were having a thunderstorm issue with Baxter again, but we're not at that house. We're at my house now. So, but yeah, Death says you're ready for that, Jay. The Ten of Swords, this is something that you're ready to be social. Dab King, this is your social time. This is your time that you want to get out. You want to meet people. You want to understand where people are coming from. You want to hear those stories that people have. You want to be that social networking contact that everybody talks to, that everyone's excited about. And the Chariot, right? Time to move into something a little bit different. But basically, you need more of a social environment than what you're doing now, is what it's saying here. You need the change. You need the alteration. You need something different, something spicy, something that's going to be a little bit more entertaining, something that's going to be a little different than what you're currently doing, basically. You know, and bartender is definitely different. I mean, it's definitely different. What's interesting, by the way, if you don't do magic, okay, interesting trivia thing here. Hang on. If you want to do magic tricks, okay, and you want to be behind a bar, you have to have a bartender license. You can't get that was a big crack of a thunder right there. You can't get behind a bar, even if you're doing magic tricks, unless you have a bartender license. Interesting trivia, by the way, because I got in trouble. I was behind a bar and doing magic tricks, and somebody actually like called me out on it. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Anyway, it is so interesting. Crystals and Paint. Speaking of beaches, they got a beach meetup. Everybody's going. Everybody's going to be there. It's nice and sunny. What's a nice sunshiny beach deck? If I was a beach, what deck would I be in? Oh, man. What is a sunshiny deck? Do I have a sunshiny deck? I guess a Super Linares is close. I mean, I'm thinking about like the Star Tarot, but the Super Linares seems more traditional, I guess, a little more traditional. Yeah, Boo Boo, did you hear that thunder? Did you hear that? That was coming down. That was a big crack of thunder right there. I mean, I was like, whoa, what the world's going on? So they got my attention. Luckily, Baxter's not here because Baxter would be freaking out right now. I'm just telling you now. I'm going to go back and see Baxter after the stream, but I imagine he's emotionally scarred by that thing. Pisces, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, the high priestess. Oh my. The Hierophant, what the hell? And the two. That is really interesting. You have two sort of religious connotations right next to each other. Then you have choices and things like that. It almost feels like that the beach day meetup goes pretty well, but it has a lot of drama or has a lot of excitement happening, as far as that goes. It's almost like that it doesn't feel like a beach meetup at all. Either maybe we have something, he's in the kennel. Did he run into the kennel? Oh my God. But yeah, but the beach meetup doesn't feel like a beach meetup. Something's a little too formal about a beach meetup. This doesn't make any sense at all. The high priestess? What? The Hierophant? What? On a beach meetup? Crystal, something's going on with this. Something unusual is going on here. I think that there's something wild that happens or something a little bit left field that comes out of there. But yeah, you got some surprises, Crystal. I think there are some prizes as you get in there. Overall, it looks good. It looks good. But yeah, that too says there are decisions to be made from this. That is so interesting. Maybe you meet someone that's religious oriented or very religious type of feel. Maybe you meet them. Maybe you're interacting with them. Yeah, it does look like a beach on the last card. It does indeed. But there are choices to be made. It's almost like we meet somebody new and they force us to make a choice of some type. Very interesting. Sammy, thank you for your donate. The X, what are their feelings towards me? Let's find out. Let's find out with the good old fashioned. Literally everybody's favorite tarot over here. It is the Celtic or Celtic tarot, the universal one, Now, I'm just saying now, when you see these cards, you're going to want this deck. Good news, it's only $20. It's only $20. So this is the deck, and you are going to want it when you see these cards because they are magnificent, my friends. They are magnificent. Valerie, thank you for joining the family with that sub. I appreciate you. This is a group unrelated to religion. It's confusing. Crystal, something's up, Crystal. Something's up. Anyway, the Seven of Cups, World, and the Magician. You got two majors coming in here with the Seven of Cups as well. It's almost like that they're sort of shopping around for somebody different. John, welcome to the stream. So that Seven of Cups has that shopping or choices, or there's a lot of things sort of in the air. There's a lot of things happening and all of this stuff. So you do have that Seven of Cups option, but this one is very interesting. Like things are being protected. Things are being held back here. The World says that they still enjoy everything. They do have a lot of good feelings, a lot of good emotions. There's a lot of fantastic things going on here that could be possible. But the Magician says we need to be careful if we're going to try this again, or we need to be sort of cautious as to what the current environment is, because I think the current environment really feels like it's a little too different than what it was before. We've moved a lot of things around. There are a lot of different things sort of in motion, in progress, happening at the same time. And that's what you get with the Seven. So they do like you. There's still good feelings. That World says there's a lot of good possibilities. But the Magician says we need to approach it a little bit differently than how we normally do if we're going to sort of reach out and contact these things as well. Star Tarot, welcome to the stream and good night. If you're going back to bed, we'll see you in a few. All right, Mom Bear. Can we do a birthday reading for my mom bear called Care Bear? 78? Congrats on 78. That is fantastic. That is a major milestone there. That is so awesome. Let's do a happy birthday up here. Happy birthday indeed, Mom's Mom Bear, right? Mom's Mom Bear, otherwise known as Care Bear. Let's do a little general with a 78. We're going to get a deck with 78 cards, my friends. I mean, you can tell Care Bear right now that the deck that we are going to use contains 78 cards, and she is 78 as well. So I'm just saying, this is serendipity at its best. This is how serendipity goes. I mean, if we're going to rock some serendipity, it smells like this right here. We are going to use the Waterfall Tarot, which has 80 cards, but we removed 2. So we got 78 now. Anyway, let's find out what the general thing is happening with that. Man, she is in for some changes as far as the communication goes. I think that she has everything pretty much settled down at this point. There's not like a lot of big changes. There's not like a lot of drama. There's not like a lot of things happening and moving, and you know what I mean? It's sort of that the Wheel of Fortune said, by the time you're 78, you pretty much got down what you're going to get down. You have a pretty predictable situation at the house. You have a pretty predictable day-to-day situation. I'm just saying it's not like a lot of things are going on. King of Pentacles as well says we have a lot of command, a lot of control. We have a lot of sort of, a lot of knowledge that has come about from that position as well. So getting that milestone, 78, is such a big thing, right? We're just going, we're rocking it. We still have a lot of things that are still possible, a lot of things to do. Communication is going to be sort of where it is at this point. It is about sort of transferring a lot of the knowledge that we've learned from 78 years of being around, right? We have that Ace of Swords action there. There's a lot of things that we can communicate, a lot of things that we can share. There's a lot of great information that this person has that can just be passed on and things like that. So when they do have something, when they do have some stories, there's some interesting things happening and going on, you kind of want to find out what it is, right? Because there's a lot of good stuff in there. 10 of Wands says basically be sort of cautious as to how much you're going to take on. It does feel like we can still do some of the things that we could do when we're 20, even when we're 78, but you want to kind of take it easy as far as that goes, right? You don't want to get too many things stacked on us. And that goes for emotional baggage. That goes for, sort of taking on other people's problems and just all of that other stuff as well. So you got to kind of just take it easy at that point. But yeah, congratulations. 78 is fantastic. And I am just saying that is going to be a good milestone. Just remember that you are the retired banker at the King of Pentacles. Again, you sort of have a lot of things to be proud of, a lot of things to look back on, but there's a lot of things that are going on that are going to be ahead of you as well. Just make sure you don't take on too many of those and taking too big of a slice of that cake kind of thing. But yeah, overall, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool. And happy birthday again.
Happy birthday!
There we go. All right. Who is next? Koala. Potential outcome between me and Cancer this summer, Koala. Let's find out what the outcome indeed will be. Let's look at, what do we want? I want a little bit of this manga tarot. I have been itching to do the traditional manga tarot because it has been a hot minute since I've been able to get this and throw it down on the table. It's one of my favorites when I got it. I remember unboxing this thing and I was like all excited, and I was just really just all hyped up about this deck when it came out because it looks really good. I mean, I knew it was going to look really good too. It's one of those decks you just get excited about, you just flipping through it and you're like, this is so cool. Kelly Joe, welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday to you as well. How you doing? KD joined us. Love Apples is in the house. Welcome everybody. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Serena C is asking a bunch of questions. Let's back up here. See what Serena C has. 20-minute personal all right. We'll take a break and talk about the personal reading. So if you want a personal reading, they last 20 minutes. I'm flexible and I work in IT, so I can do damn near anything you want to do. We can do a live video where you ask me questions. We can do a video over Instagram. We can do a phone call over Instagram. We can do a phone call over a regular phone. I can do anything that you want. Email me at tarot.and.coffee@gmail.com, and it's $30 for 20 minutes, and I'll be happy to schedule you something up. All right. The potential outcome between me and Cancer this summer, it looks okay. You do have the star. The star is such a great card when you have a connection between two people, right? Where you want to get something going, you want to get some action, you want to get some things in there. The star says that you two sort of belong in each other's arms. You know, sort of, I mean, you know what I mean? A little bit of that. The star says there's a lot of things. Normally, this is a guidance card, okay? The North Star. If you're sailing, you don't have any other GPS, you're going to follow the North Star, right? But the star is also mean that we're sort of following that star into each other. We're sort of following that star into sort of a relationship with another person. Now, Tower says if you're looking at potential outcome, it's going to be a little bit on the rough side. Tower is not a great card when you have two people coming together, you have a love reading or whatnot. But Ace of Swords says getting the communication started is critical, right? It is critical. And in my book, I talk about the Tower is just one card. What's around it to make a whole reading, right? Ace of Swords says communication is there. We need to begin that communication. We need to get it started, right? MMC, thank you for your other donation. And so welcome to the stream. The Tower says it's going to be rocky a little bit, but the Star says overall, we're pretty content. We're pretty solid on the grounding that we do have. And I think that is going to work out. I don't think that is going to be as rocky as one would, think it may be. But that is just a tarot reading. But anyway, all right, the outcome between me and Jay. Rita wants to know. Let's find out if, we'll do this might hurt tarot. Because that is an interesting one indeed. Something tells me there's more to this story than we think. The outcome between me and Jay. Is Jay an ex? Is Jay a current? I'm kind of wondering, what is happening? So, are you the one that's in Sweden that we had the echoes of nature, and you didn't get yours because there was an email faux pas or something, and I finally sent it to you after forever? I think that's you. I think that's you. Let me know if that's not you. I got a pretty good memory. So anyway. All right. But anyway, how are you still liking your deck? I'm just kind of curious. It's been a long time. How are you still liking that thing? All right. 10 of Swords doesn't look too good. Ace of Cups, maybe not. Hierophant, maybe not. If you're looking for something that's going to be stable, it looked kind of challenging. 10 of Swords says either this ended before and we're trying to reestablish something, or this is going to be very, very tough to get going full steam. This is going to be a little bit, it is going to be a little bit on the rough side. This, like I talk about in my book too, this is a cutting card. This is a terminal card. This is a termination card. It almost seems like things don't work out, or we have an on-off relationship maybe, or things didn't work out before and we're trying to reestablish it, maybe trying to reboot it or put the jumper cables on it. Ace of Cups is how we approach this emotionally is going to be the key. Sure, we can talk all day and night about this and that, how we're going to use, all of this other stuff, but the Ace of Cup says, if you're looking at this as being something that is going to be a logical step-by-step process, that ain't it. It looks like this is something that's going to be emotional. It's going to be sort of inquisitive. It's going to be on like a psychic realm or intuitive and things like that. And the Hierophant says once you sort of get it going, there is a good foundation, but you just have to get that ace. You just have to get that thing sort of going, right? But 10 of Swords looks pretty rough in the beginning. Again, this could be something that we're rebooting, but there's interesting indeed. All the water running down the Ace of Cups feels like crying. Yeah, I mean, it could be because of the 10 of Swords. I mean, there's only so many times I can get stabbed, There's only so many stabs one individual can take. Sarah, welcome to the stream, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Oh, Stacy, thank you for all you do. Stacy, I appreciate you. Stacy is awesome. Stacy is amazing. I appreciate you being here so much. All right, let's do blah. Wants the next 4 weeks. Break it down. Let's break it down for blah. Kanan, welcome to the stream, my friend. It is good to see you as well. Let's get a little bit of a blah action with the wheel. With the wheel, I think the wheel is going to have it going on. The wheel is one of those. It's one of those decks. It looks so oversaturated on Amazon, and then I got it. and then I got it. It's not as bad as it looks. Whoever did the graphic editing for the Amazon needs to really lay off the settings. I mean, they need to just lay off the settings and dial it down a big notch. You know what I mean? Because it kind of turned me off. But when you see it in person, it looks so much better. Anyway, next 4 weeks, looking at the tower for week 1, week 2, it is a tower. This is more of a rebuilding. It's like you're building something from scratch. You're building something, you're putting the bricks on it. You're trying to put all the bricks in there. You're trying to get them aligned. You're trying to get them coordinated. But you're pretty good at that by now, right? Because the Fool says we need to rebuild for the new adventure. It's time for the next big thing. It's time for the new adventure. Now, keep in mind that the Hanged Man not only is last, but it's also all majors. Something's up in the next 4 weeks. Next 4 weeks is going to be quite memorable. Indeed, there's something going on. The Hanged Man said, don't approach the next 4 weeks like you would normally do. You need to ease up on it. You need to approach it from a different perspective. You need to look at it. Could be one of those things where you have somebody else's perspectives, like walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. You know what I mean? That Hanged Man talks about it could be a little bit difficult to do, but it is something that you need to look at it from a different perspective and look at it from a different way of sort of sorting it out, going past and going through. That's going to be one of the big things as well. But just remember, this is an unexpected, an unplanned adventure, as the Fool always is. We're walking along the cliff. We have a lot of high hopes, a lot of ambitions. We're looking at it a little too positively, definitely a glass half full kind of interaction. But there is that cliff. Make sure we don't want to walk off of it by doing a Hanged Man. Looking at everything a little bit differently, trying to get another perspective. It's going to be big in the next 4 weeks. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, strong cards indeed. I mean, it's all majors. It is all majors. How's my bro doing? No contact with him in a long time. And we need to find out also if he's going to even reply to our email at this point. You know what I mean? All right. What is going on? Justine wants to send me a message. Hello there. I hope all is well. Subscriber to YouTube. Just wondering if video removed by uploader. Post Monday. Monday was the day that we accidentally revealed the phone number on Baxter. And we don't want everybody and their mother calling Baxter's veterinarian. So we removed that video, and I apologize in advance. Justine, if you're watching, we removed that video because, like an idiot, I didn't realize that Baxter's phone number, the vet's phone number, is on his collar, and I exposed a big portion of it. So we had to delete that out. All right. Yeah, but it's gone forever. I'm sorry about that. All right. It's Maddie. Maddie, welcome. MMC. It's good to see you. I appreciate that. All right. How's my bro doing? All right, Maddie. Let's find out how the bro is doing indeed. No contact him for a little bit, huh? Is it one of those things where did he ghost you, or you just kind of, everybody got kind of busy and all that stuff? You know, I don't know. Alvin and the Chipmunks, or no, Alvin and the Tarot. What's going on? It's good to see you. All right. Let's find out here. What is going on with the bro? 3 of Cups is interesting. It is a celebration card. It's also a family card. This is really good to see, right? Very good to see. The 5 of Cups, not so much. They're sort of going through a period where it doesn't seem that they're all right. It doesn't seem that they're sort of mentally all right, or they may have some mental problems, have some mental challenges, maybe a bit of depression or something like that, right? The 5 of Cups, the Lord of Disappointment. It feels like things just aren't rocking and aren't rolling in the direction that we need to be going, right? 4 of Coins as well. It seems a lot of the interactions that they're giving out, that they're producing to the world, are not acceptable to a lot of people, right? The 4 of Coins, they're sort of hiding out. Let's see. He's acting stupid. Okay. He's an idiot. Oh, man. Let's sort of find out why he's acting stupid. Can we? disappointed, not getting what they need. Now, we're going on intuition and cards. They're not getting what they need. The Four of Coins are hiding. They're hiding from something. Maybe it's something from the past, but they're hiding from something. When they do get some stimulus, they do get some things, they don't like it. It's like what they are getting is unacceptable, or what they're getting is not only what they don't need, but what they don't want. So they're sort of hiding. They're trying to sort of formulate a pathway to what they're only going to get the good things that they like, and they're not going to get the bad things that they don't like. Judgment says it's going to be hard to get this person out of their shell and sort of expand them into the next thing and get them into that next big thing. But the Three of Cups says there is a celebration coming. There is something to where they would be more amicable to some communication soon. I would say in the next 2 to 3 months kind of thing. But yeah, it does seem like that they're going to get that mode, right? Judgment, it is the rebirth, the reincarnation. I think things are going to be a little bit different with them. Now, they are going to take a hit from this communication. They are going to take a hit. Again, they like stimulus that they like. They don't like stimulus that they don't like. I know that sounds stupid, but you know what I'm saying. So let's say that I only like stimulus that's positive about painting, right? And then somebody says something negative about painting, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't like that because that's negative about painting. That's a bad example. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So anyway, that's basically the idea here. All right, let's move on to Maddie's next question, which is related, which is, are they going to reply to an email? So we just kind of seen a little glimmer of they only like certain types of stimulus. They only like certain types of things. And if you provide them with something they don't like, it's going to be a little bit into the hiding mode. You saw that little, they're hiding in there. The Four of Cups, they were sort of hidden, covered up a little bit. And they sort of, either that could be ghosting people, that could be people sort of ignoring them, not communicating with them or something like that. But so let's see if they're going to reply to the email, right? Basically, yes or no question. Ten of Coins is a family card. Bottom line, that is a family card. So that looks good. If you're looking for a basically reply to something that the Ten of Coins says, we respect family, we're going to do that. King of Cups says that your email came across as something that they needed at the moment. It is going to be a good stimulus. It is going to be something that they want to reply to, that they sort of enjoy. Queen of Wands is you came across as coordinated, organized, and direct to the point, right? And the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory, says that yes, it is going to be victorious. Things are going to go well. So I'm going to go with a thumbs up on that and say that they will reply. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff here. Would I have preferred an Ace of Wands or an Ace of Swords to where now I'm communicating? Would I have preferred something that has a communication to it or a movement card? Yeah. But this overall, it looks good. It's like they appreciate your email. Ten of Coins, family, right? You sent it well. You have a good stuff with that. And overall, the Six of Wands says that it's successful, right? Trisha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that over PayPal. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see, Trisha, let me know what your question is, unless you put it in there. Let me see. Yeah, you did put it in there. Trisha, thank you for your question. I got you in the queue. In the meantime, let's hop over to a little bit of a Pisces goddess. Gemini and myself, how's it going to go? Are we going to get some good Gemini action within there? That is a good question indeed. And we can sort of check this out by using this deck right here, which is the lovely and beautiful Mons Tarot, right? The Mons Tarot. All right. Get a little bit of that action going on here. We need some good action. It is Saturday, my friends. Angelina, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Angelina's got a little investments going. That's going to be good. That is going to be good. We got Pisces goddess with an outcome between these two people, and that is looking pretty decent. That is looking pretty decent indeed. Eight of Pentacles. Oh man, we're starting something. Pisces, are we starting something? Are you starting something fresh? Are you starting something that's a little bit on the fresh side? The tower says that it is something that you're going to enjoy, you're going to look forward to. That's the bottom line. The reason I say that is because we have all these nice cards afterwards, right? The tower's normally a little bit of a controversy. I mean, it is kind of bad. The tower says things are crumbling, things are sort of falling down, right? And it sort of feels like that too, that we have this one piece crumbling, the one piece falling down, but we're hanging on for the most part. Maddie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. We're hanging on. So this particular tower, I like it because we are still hanging on to the lot of things that happen, even when it gets kind of rough in the middle. And the reason we're happy about that is because we have 2 knights. Pisces, I think you're moving. I think things are moving forward. I think things are moving in a direction that you'll like. I think you're literally moving. This could be something where this person's moving, you're moving, you have a thing where you're sort of meeting in the middle, and you do have sort of that feeling of let's meet in the middle, right? With some of this. We have a double knight. Now let's sort of look at this. Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles says we build stability quickly. We have a lot of good things happening and it all happens quickly. So the possible outcome is that everything goes well. We have a good snap of sort of that spark, that spark that you want. Now, keeping this thing going is going to be a pain in the ass. I mean, the Pisces, you're looking at a pain in the ass, keeping it going. I'm not saying the beginning isn't wonderful. It is. Nakona, speaking of wonderful, thank you for your donation. But that 8 of Pentacles says we have to work on it on a steady pace. We need to understand what it needs, and we need to feed this thing the required context and the required sort of things that it needs to survive, basically. So a little bit rough on the edges, rough around the edges, and movement in the middle. Overall, if you're looking for something that's going to be a long term, that's looking pretty bad. But if you're looking for something pretty decent, it looks, it's decent indeed. All right. Let's see. Did that. What's the next big thing, Sarah? Let's get the next big thing. What's a good big thing deck? A good big thing deck. Insert joke here. Oh man, we can do this one. We can do this one. Everybody loves this one. This is it's one of those decks you see it and you fall in love. There's not really any choice. You see it and you immediately fall in love. It's sort of kind of mandatory. You know what I mean? You just look at it and it's involuntary, basically. But yeah, this is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. It was only $60 too. And I got it, and man, I'm happy. Man, I'm happy indeed. Lizzie Pooh, hello. Welcome to the stream. The next big thing. This is weird. This is weird. You have a big emotional upset that actually works out. Basically, this is what this is. A big emotional upset that actually works itself out. And I say emotional upset. It's something unexpected. It's something that comes out of left field that you receive, and then you're like, what the hell is going on? And you have to figure it out. You have to sort of back up, and you have to sort of readdress, how that is going to work or where that's going to be. The moon says we're wandering into territory unknown rather quickly. Rather quickly. So this is the next big thing. It is emotionally upsetting. It's sort of surprising. You're going to have to deal with it. And this is a situation where you do need to think on your feet for the most part, but it's almost like it's caused by somebody else, or there's somebody new that comes in that does sort of kickstart this. And you're just like, oh, I'm not really sure, how to deal with this kind of thing. Stephanie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Queen of Coins says that overall, pulling from past experiences is going to be your ace in the hole. Pulling from past experiences, getting the stability that you've had before, pulling from that and understanding the nature of what you've done before. You've done similar things, you've handled similar things, and then dealing with it accordingly. I think if you try some innovation, you try something new, it's going to be a little bit more challenging than what you really want to deal with, basically. So there you go. All right. Dr. Landra, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you so much. All right. Let's do a little bit of the action here with the Angelina Reed. What are the prospects with the short-term investments this month? Let's find out. We're going to get some fat cash. Angelina wants that fat cash. Now, Paula, what have we missed? We missed the fat cash reading. Paula, you're just in time for the fat cash reading. You're just in time. Paula, if there's one time to come back, this is the time. This is the time when we're going to address the fat cash, because that's when everybody kind of wants it. Look, I changed the footer there to be more colorful too. Change the footer there to be more colorful too. All right, let's go to the tower. Let's find out. I guess we'll go with the Golden Art Nouveau. Yeah. Golden Art Nouveau would be kind of nice, would be kind of decent indeed. All right, Dr. Landra, I have your donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We'll get to your read. You are in the queue after the other PayPal reading. So we got Trisha, and then we got Dr. Landra coming right up after this. But right now, let's do Angela and get Angela some money. Okay, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never make investments based upon a fat man reading your tarot cards on the internet. Don't do that. That's a poor idea. But now that we're here, the Queen of Cups, pretty decent. Water in water. The Lord of Victory, big concerns and changes. All right, we're going on intuition and cards. Here's what I think. Short-term investments. I think things that are on the steady side, like basically like rock steady things, like not consumables, like wood or steel or stuff like that. That's going to do well. I think that's what is going here. We got the Lord of Victory right here, talking about some of the investments, or some pieces of the investments go very, very well. I think you do take a big dip in some of the stuff. Maybe it's crypto, maybe it's tech. You do see a big dip that suddenly happens, and you're very concerned about that. And it seems like you end up moving some money around with that big dip. I think the big dip comes unexpectedly into an area that you did not expect it, and into an area that you thought was going to be a little more steady than what it is. But that death card, it says you may have to move some money around fairly quickly, because there is some concern about sort of, the dip in some of the investments. So, you do have some worry. You do have some things. And these look like steel bars is why I'm saying that. When I say talking about like consumables, like steel, wood, something like that, they look like steel bars. And so I'm just thinking steel or something that would build, building type of things. You got a lot of wood here, and you got look like steel here. Anyway, again, this is just a tarot reading. Never invest based upon a tarot reading. That is the worst idea ever. Entertainment purposes only. But you're going to have to move some money. Death says it is time for some change. It's time to move some money. It's time to rethink one of the investments and try to figure out what's going to be a better solution, what's going to be a better alternative at the end of the day. At the end of the day. There you go. There we go indeed. All right. Let's see about that. What do we got going next? Got a little bit of Nakona action. No, we got the PayPals. All right, we got to manually type in your PayPal donations. I'm sorry. So if you watch, you're going to watch me type, which on this little ass keyboard is kind of all right. We got Trish wants to know, bank loan finally move forward. I told you, typing on this little keyboard is kind of hard. It's been in limbo. Is the bank loan finally going to get its butt moving? Is it going to get its butt moving? I want to see this action here. We could do the money thing again. I don't know. Should we do the money trick? All of these investment questions. What do you think about a money trick? We got like 50-something people watching. I think that they want to see a money trick. I mean, that's the bottom line for me, at least. All right. So before we read, let's try out the money trick and see how that is going to go. See how that is going to go. This is a new deck indeed. We use a lot of decks on this channel. All right, so basically we want to see the bank loan move forward. So we put in 1, 2, 3, 4. We put in $5 into the bank loan, right? We got $5. We need it to be in the bank loan, and we want this to multiply. Basically, we want it to multiply, okay? All you got to do is you snap your fingers like that, and it multiplies. It literally multiplies. You don't believe me. You get 20, 40, 60, 80, you get $100 out of this bank loan. You get $100, and now you can go and you can invest, and whatever you were going to invest in, you can now invest into it. All right. That is the money trick. All these money questions, I had to insert it. Well, not like that, not insert that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now that Trish has seen the longest magic trick in the history of tarot cards, Trish is like, can I finally get my reading? And yes, you can. Obscurity. Interesting. The Hermit being reversed and the Four of Cups. It's going to be in limbo a while longer. Something is up with this. I think you need to call. Something's going on. Something is up. Something is happening with this particular thing. The cards look weird. I'm getting a weird feeling from it. There's something happening, something going on. Obscurity says this is more difficult than it should be. You know, a little more difficult than it should be. Does it normally take this long to get approved? I think something's in the background going on. The Hermit reversed is a good landing, a happy landing card, landing the deal, landing into a new house, landing after a move, but it's being reversed. It's like that there's some drama in the background. Again, some weird things. And the Four of Cups, we're receiving something that we don't want. It's almost like the bank is confused. The bank has sort of lost track of something. They don't seem to know what's going on. We don't have a normal type of interaction here, right? Taylor, welcome to the stream. I would follow up with the bank, quite frankly. I would follow up with the bank here because it has been in limbo for a reason. There's a reason it's been in limbo, and I think some of the wires in the background are crossed, you know, like in Ghostbusters. They cross the streams. Something happened back there, and you need to call them and figure out what the hell's going on. Because I think this calls for some follow-up. Definitely follow-up. All right. Let's see. We're doing all the new decks tonight, my friends. All the new decks tonight. We got the Forest Creatures version 2 for Dr. Landra. Dr. Landra on PayPal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. All right, let's see what Dr. Landra says. DR wants to know sex with Aquarius. Sex with Aquarius or thoughts? All right. Are we going to get a little sexy time with that Aquarius, or is this not going to be? Or is this not going to be possible? Let's find out. You know, everybody does love the D's.
You.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Everybody loves the D.
Everybody does love the D. So, I mean, it could be possible. It could be possible indeed. Taylor, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate you. All right, let's find out. By the way, this gorgeous deck is the Forest Creatures version 2. Absolutely love it. We need a little sexy time. Four of Coins, King of Coins, the Devil. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for that. No, we don't have any cards that sort of, really stand out, and cards that are really going to sort of be hopping. Do have a little bit of the devil action here. We're going to be able to sort of get this going on, get a little of the D in there. Knight of Cups says they like what you're presenting. They like what you're presenting. They do have a little bit of a good feeling with this. So Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. So thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. They do have a little bit of receptivity going in here. Four of Coins, though, says they're a little more hesitant than they should be. It's almost like something happened with this person where it made them a little bit gun shy on this, right? A little bit shy on that, because the Four of Coins is like, I'm holding on to what I have and I'm not giving it away. You know, I'd love to see a give it away card like the Two of Cups, the Lovers. I'd love to see a give it away card like a little bit of the the Six of Coins, but instead I see a holding back with the Four of Coins. Something happened. They have some experiences that are sort of, a little bit pulling them back with that. And you see the King of Coins too. They're putting too much logical feeling or putting too much logical things in there, which shouldn't be there, right? Because sex is not logical at all in a lot of cases. It's like, maybe or maybe not. But overall, the Devil says that, again, there's something happening with this particular person. It's going to be difficult to get any sexy time in here with this particular person. I'm going to go with a little bit of thumbs down. A little bit of the thumbs down. Could be blue balls indeed. I don't know. A little bit of the thumbs down on the Devil action there. The Devil is kind of a sexual card, though. So that being at the end is very interesting in this read. It seems like it's still possible. It just seems like that your approach matters, right? Because you do have a good card with the Nine of Cups. It is Mr. Romance. And you do have a sort of a decent card with the Devil. But we just have this holding back and this whole logical approach to it. If you can get them out of this logical thing and find out how they feel about you or how they feel about this sort of interaction, I think that sort of is a little bit better. Because logically, it doesn't look like this is moving forward as far as that goes, right? Anyway, but that is just, a reading from a random dude on YouTube. I mean, that's just how I roll. Sarah, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right, we got the Nakona read. These are winning money this month. Ooh, man, a lot of money questions. A lot of money questions. We're going to get some money today. Is this going to be a nice money year? Is it going to be a nice money year, or, at least this month? The month is just beginning. We are just sort of warming up in the June action here, and let's find out what we got going on. Yeah, be sure to ask for consent. Yeah, you want to get it in writing nowadays. I mean, if you're going to have sex, be sure to get it in writing before you do anything. You know what I mean? You want to have like a legal form, and maybe you want to have a lawyer present as well. Not during the actual deed, but during the signing. All right, let's find out. Money, Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. I'm going with the thumbs up. We're going with a thumbs up indeed. I think we have a lot of good things, a lot of good feelings in here. You know what I mean? Let's sort of look at how this is going to go. The Nine of Pentacles is a fantastic card for winning money. If you're looking at getting the money in, getting the fat cash, doing the money trick indeed, this card here is going to be the one that you really sort of need, because the Two of Cups says you have an interaction with something that does win you money. Let's sort of figure it out. Let's sort of figure it out, right? Sort of figure out where that is going to be. Two of Cups, what is in this card? It's almost like you have an exchange. Somebody is giving you something. Could be a lottery ticket. It could be a scratch off. It could be something. Somebody is handing you something in this card, right? You can go back and look and zoom in or what have you, or we can just zoom in here. So basically, the Two of Cups means two forces coming together, but we want more information on that. Somebody is handing you something, and there's a light above. It could be at a store. It could be something. Somebody is giving you something, and it has some money with that. And the Nine of Pentacles says you do get money from a source that could be a bit on the unusual side. Empress is a good card. It means you have command of it. In other words, this is something that you do. This is something that you have. This is something that you do. And that sort of gets that feeling in there. You know what I mean? It's something that gets that feeling in there. But yeah, there you go. A little bit on the money thing. You answered my question wrong. What did I do wrong? Let me know. Let me know what's going on with all of that. All right. Let's see. Why is Soleus quiet today? We can go in with Go in with Stephanie and figure that out. Why is Soleus quiet today? They are a little bit quiet. They are a little bit on the unusual side. They may not be on there. And let's find out what's going on with that. With the Wonderland Tarot. This is a good tarot deck. Really, really like this tarot deck indeed. Let's find out what's going on. All right. Let's see. That's about it. All right. Okay. Why are they quiet? Why haven't they responded? What exactly is happening with all of this stuff? They're quiet because of, let's see, we got the Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. Are they with somebody else? Are they talking to somebody else? It seems like they have an interaction with somebody else. They have an interaction with something. Something's happening. Something's going on in the background. You have a connection between two different people. The Knight of Swords says this is a quick connection. It could be unexpected connection. It could be an unexpected interaction. Basically, it just seems like they have an interaction with something or someone that is unexpected. It came in kind of out of left field, and all of a sudden they just sort of had to deal with it. And I said they had to deal with it because you have a Seven of Wands, right? You have a defensive nature with it. It feels like we're trying to be defensive. It's not something that flows. It's not something that's natural, not something that sort of makes a lot of sense with that. But the Knight of Pentacles says they will get it resolved and they will sort of fix it, right? They will get it resolved. They will fix it. So basically it's like they're dealing with something new, something dynamic that they need to deal with right now. And this definitely can't wait. So it looks like that is why they are quiet today, indeed. All right. See what we got going on next. We got a couple of Jamie Lee. Will I be in an RS with MQ or K by the end of August? Basic yes or no question. Let's find out and see where that is going to go. What are we going to use for that? Could it use the Dreamscapes Tarot? I really like this one. This is a pretty interesting one indeed. All right. We're going to be in an RS. I guess that's a relationship with MQ or K by the end of August. All right. We got two possibilities for an RS or a relationship or whatnot. But yeah, you definitely want to find out how that is going to go. Yes or no questions, being in a relationship, being in a connection with maybe one of two people. Sun says yes. That is a very positive card. That is a good card. It does feel like that has a lot of potential with all of this stuff. Knight of Wands talks about movement. It talks about the fiery action as it goes. So I think you have a lot of fire. We have a good news with the Sun, things clearing up, things heading that way. And the Page of Cups, right? We have a new interaction. We have a good interaction with somebody. It is a beginning interaction. It could not be the best interaction during the long-term sort of how you shake it out. But the Page of Cups does say, yeah, we do have an emotional interaction. It goes well. We have a little fiery aspect, fiery movement in there, and it works out, right? The Sun says it goes well. And overall, it looks fantastic. So I'm going to say yes. We're going with a thumbs up on this particular one. It looks great, especially with the Sun at the end and whatnot. Queen Famous, what is going on? Good to see you. What is up? All right. And we have a tarot reading career with Jamie Lee as well. Let's find out about the tarot reading career and see how that's going to go. Oh, man, we could use a little Gregory Scott for this one. I do like my Gregory Scott. I do think the Gregory Scott Tarot really sort of hits the nail on the head. Hits the nail on the head with that. And pretty decent, right? All right. Sort of feel where we're going with this. Feel where we're going. Jay, thank you for your donation. And Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. Have a good evening, and I hope your headache clears up. That does suck. Hate having headaches. Headaches are a pain in the booty. Definitely. No doubt about it. All right. There is no list. Tower Cam, Q, browser source. There we go. All right. By the way, if you want to see my Instagram, it is The Tarot Oracle. The Tarot Oracle, looking pretty good. Looking pretty decent. You'll like it. Growth of the career. That's a tricky one. Knight of Pentacles says you do have a lot of possibilities for a growth. This is not something where you're stunted. This is something where you do have a lot of moving parts. You have a lot of things that you can do. You do have a lot of expansion to do as well, right? That Six of Swords, it's all about the movement. It's all about getting going and keeping moving. A lot of times we do sort of get settled in a little too much. We do have some things that are predictable. They're going well. We're moving sort of at a steady pace. And we just sort of get rested. We just rest on what we have. I think the Six of Swords says don't do that. Definitely want to keep moving, keep that motion going. And Strength says sometimes it is going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult to grow because you do get stunted. You do get in the same old patterns. Not a lot of things happening like they need to happen. But again, you have to just keep going. You have to keep that ride going as well. And I think that is going to be your best possibilities is get it full steam. Don't let it stop. Don't get dissuaded by things that are going, and don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. You want to make a splash. You want to make sure that people see you. People know who you are. You want to make a name. And I think that is what is going to happen with that. And Soul, thank you for your donation again. We got a little money issue coming back from F. I guess they owe us money. That is always a challenge. Getting money back from somebody is like a miracle. It's literally like a miracle sometimes, getting money that you loaned out. But yeah, you got to kind of figure that out. Will I get that money back, though? That's the important question because we need the fat cash. We need the money back. Can we get it? It basically, yeah. This is a weird one. Emma, thank you for your donation. This is a weird one indeed. The Hermit says kind of no. There's a lot of work that will have to go in to getting your money back. Can you get it back? Six of Swords says yes. The Sun says yes. The amount of work that you're going to have to do is going to be quite difficult. The Six of Swords is a slow moving card. It is earned success. Let me zoom in. Earned success. In other words, not something that's a freebie. You do need to earn this particular piece of success. And it is going to be slow. The Six of Swords is traditionally a slow moving vehicle. We are sort of pushing it with a stick. You do have to get that moving. So it's going to take a long time to get. It's going to be difficult to get. Can you get it? Yeah. How much effort are you willing to put into this? Like how much money are we talking about? If it's $5, give it up. If it's $20,000, keep on. The Sun says you may indeed get it back, but the amount of effort is going to be quite intensive to get that back on track. Anyway, who do we got next? We got Sarah. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Sarah, what is Sarah's question? Follow up on the previous read. The upsetting thing is in the career or a relationship? That's a good question. Let's find out with that stuff. Let's go with it. Okay, let's go with a good card. Let's go with a good set of cards here. We're going with the Thoth. Now, warning ahead of time. This is a very blunt deck. It is like a very blunt object hitting you in the head. So if you want the good read, this is going to be it. But if you want the truth, this is going to be it too. And the truth may not always be exactly pleasant. The upsetting thing has to do with career as far as this goes. It's almost like that we need to take command of a situation that we can't, or we are hindered in finding a situation that is going to be something that we can do. Basically, it's almost like that we're being pulled in a different direction than what we want, and the direction we're being pulled is basically outside of our control or outside of our realm. One of those where we have to sort of get that going and get it going pretty soon. If we do take that command, the command is there, but wow, it's difficult to get that. Somebody else is pulling, other forces are pulling us, and we're basically in a slump trying to get a lot of these forces sort of going. So I definitely think it is career based, and it's sort of looking in the career direction there. All right. Let's see. Speaking of readings, we got more readings to go. We got more. If you're new here, hit that like and sub. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. We got the only tarot news program on YouTube, the only one. And it is, I cover every deck that comes out. I don't cover the 5 decks that I like. I cover everything. I cover things coming out on Kickstarter, cover things coming out on mass market. I cover things that are delayed. I read like 40 different sites, sum it all up into a 15-minute video for you every 2 weeks. If you like that service for free, by the way, hit that like button. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate Jade. Appreciate Jade as well. Jade wants to know something. What does Jade want to know? Let's hop over here. What's the most important thing that Jade needs to know about their relationship? About their relationship. And now Jade has a different question. Jade, did you want to change your question? Jade, did you want to change your question? You asked this question 3 times. That's what I'm asking. You got this one, you got this one, and you got this one. So you seem to be very determined about this question. And then you say this one. So Jade, let me know what you want. I would appreciate, I'll read anything that you want to ask. You just ask it in chat. But now I'm kind of confused because you asked this question 3 times and then you asked this question once. So let me know which one you want. In the we'll come back. We'll come back to you. In the meantime, Emma wants to know, how do people perceive me? How do people perceive me? Let's find out how people, because I like you. I mean, I like you a lot. I think you're amazing. But let's find out what everybody else thinks, because I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. There are no thanks. Okay. Jade, which question did you want? Let me know. I'm kind of confused. So, Emma, how do people perceive Emma? I think you're wonderful. Explorer of Pentacles. Okay, you want the first question. All right, Jade, we got you next. Jade. Thank you. Explorer of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Entertainment purposes only. High Priestess, you know a lot. Emma, you are very smart. You know a lot of stuff. You're the person with the information. You could be that person that everybody goes to, for information or for some good stuff or for all of the gossip or for basically, you have a question. It seems like Emma knows everything about it. The High Priestess is the knowledge thing. This is the knowledge thing as far as that goes, right? And the 7 of Wands says you may be a bit defensive sometimes. Maybe you have a hot topic. Maybe you have something that that people bring up and you're like, oh, and you get like, ugh. You maybe get upset with it, but the defensive card, the 7 of Wands, says you may be defensive as well. So there may be some topics that you're just like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to hear that. Why don't you shut up? It could be a little bit of that defensive aspect in there. You're good with getting things back to normal. You're good with negotiation. You're good at getting 2 people to talk where they otherwise would not have talked. I think that you're amazing at that. Explorer of Pentacles has that movement, but has that stability as well. So there you go. There's what people perceive you. Jamie, thank you for your donation. By the way, we're ending soon. We got to get out of here and go eat a banana and take a shower. Not at the same time. Stephanie, is Soleus dating another person? Are they dating somebody else? They could be. They could be indeed. We don't know. But M.M. Moline's Thoth Derivative Tarot, I believe, is going to hook us up. It's going to hook us up indeed. It's going to give us the information that we really need in this particular situation. I think it's going to be exciting, quite frankly. Is Soleus dating somebody else? Chanel, thank you for your donation. Strife. Oh, man. The Magus and the 10 of Discs. I don't see cards that would indicate this. No. I think that they like the situation as is. 10 of Discs is the happy family card. It's the happy phone card. It feels like things come together. Things are happy the way they are. They like the way things are, Stephanie. The Magus says that they do have an opportunity to make things better. They do have the opportunity to sort of go forth and get different situations going. But the Five of Wands says in order to do that third party situation, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get that going, basically. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to give that a thumbs down. I'm going to say no. Yeah, you can't do the banana in the shower at the same time. It's awkward. It's a little awkward. All right, will I lose my job? Sarah's got 3 questions in a row, all in the same thread. All right, listen, the Poe knows. The Poe knows. This is kind of depressing. Entertainment purposes only. We're gonna lose a job. We're gonna get shit canned. What's gonna happen with the employment? We need to know. We need to know. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Seven of Pentacles says no. It says no. Seven of Pentacles is working towards something else, working towards something that's going to be beneficial and better for all of us. So you're working towards it, and they like it. They like it indeed. Nola and Chanel, thank you for your donations. You are next after Jamie. You have 2 queens, which means you have a lot more power in that job than you're used to. You have a lot more authority. People look up to you, and you have a lot of good things in that job. Double queen is going to be fantastic indeed. So that's looking indeed pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Jamie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right, Jamie. Let's see, what do we got going on? We got Jamie. We got the double Jamie. Jamie, what does MQ like about me? What does MQ like about you? And Jamie wants to know what can I expect for MQ in the coming week. All right, let's combo those up. Combo those up with a little bit of the Bonefire Tarot. Though we'll go for Jamie. Question number 1: what does MQ like about me? What do they appreciate about me? What kind of things do they, sort of like? Paulo, thank you for following me. I appreciate that. Oh, you got the book and the cards. Awesome. Nola, that's fantastic. MQ likes the way that you handle situations. You have the Knight of Coins, you have the King of Swords, and the Hermit. You're not a hovering person. You're not a person that is just constantly there, a person that you can't really get rid of, a person that doesn't give you your space. That the Hermit says you enjoy the alone time. They like the alone time, taking a little break here and there, getting that space, getting that sort of, going into the next environment. They enjoy that about you. King of Swords says your communication style is very good. Your communication style is very strong, and that's where you got to be. That's where you got to be, because sometimes you're a little bit on the blunt side. But the important thing here is at least you're sort of truthful with it. You're sort of truthful with it, and you know how it goes, right? That's one of the big things here. And the Knight of Coins talks about your stability. You're able to get things stable. You're able to get things worked out. You don't leave a lot of things hanging. You get everything sort of finished up as it needs to be finished up. There we go. That's what they like about you. We're going to skip over to Jade. Since Jade's back, we're going to do Jade's read by using a tarot deck. What the hell? Tarot deck are we going to use? We're going to use this one. The Forest Creatures number 1. The Forest Creatures number 1. This is a loaner deck from the beautiful, wonderful, and effervescent Christina has loaned us this deck. What is the most important thing I should know about my relationship? Oh, we don't read all reversed. What's the most important thing that you should know? Death says that don't expect it to be the same for long. There's a lot of things happening with this particular relationship. Honeymoon period seems great. Honeymoon period seems awesome. It does seem like there's a lot of good things happening with this. That 9 of Cups says there's a lot of emotional satisfaction within here. A lot of emotional satisfaction within here. The Emperor says that you need to not put up, Jade, you need to not put up with bull crap. You need to not put up with the BS, because I think that you're getting some of it. I think that you're getting a good portion of the BS, and you need to reject that. You don't need to put up with a lot of these things. Emperor says take command when you need to in order for things to go well. And death, don't rely on things being the same for long. This is a relationship that is in flux. There are a lot of things moving parts to it, and you definitely want to be able to address those as they come up, right? Because you don't want to get caught into a situation where you're thinking everything is rock solid stable, and then all of a sudden it's just not. You know what I mean? It is just not. Let's go to Jamie Lee's next question. We're on a Jamie Lee kick. We're on a Jamie Lee kick here because MQ is coming around in the next week. And they have some things that they may want. Or they have some things that they may be doing. And we need to find out, what are those? What are those happening with that? Some decisions need to be made in the coming week. I mean, the decisions need to be made. Okay, death is here all day. Sure, why not? Okay. Is MQ cheating on you? Is MQ cheating on you? I got that question. Entertainment purposes only. The Two of Coins. Why do they need to be making decisions? Why are decisions coming up like this? Decisions about some new connection, some new thing, some new emotion has caused them to make some decisions. And there's like a big interruption coming in how things are going. Something interesting. You got a surprise around the corner, Jamie. You have a surprise around the corner. That's basically it. Something's up. Something's going on. Why are we making decisions in the next week? What is this communication? What is this new thing that's happening with this? And why is it causing a big change or a big flux in how things are going? Basically, you have a surprise. Something's up. Something's coming up. You're not together. Well, you may be soon. You may be soon. If you're not together now, this could be one of those you're apart and then you're together, but there's some big changes around the corner. There's some big changes happening. Big changes happening. So if you're not together now, you might be. You might be soon. I don't know. Entertainment purposes only. Never take any love action based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Okay. Speaking of hearing from people, we need to hear from Cordell. Do we see a relationship? What went wrong? What's going on with that? I mean, we could use the Rose Tarot and get some good info from the Rose Tarot. Rose Tarot doesn't mess around. Rose Tarot just throws down the information. This is one of those that I was absolutely convinced that this is going to be one of the best reading decks that I own. It just feels like that. One of the best reading decks that I own. Emperor, Hermit, Wheel. Jesus, Chanel, you have 3 majors up in here. Something's up with this. Will you hear from Cordell? Can you get a relationship going? Getting a relationship going, it looks kind of rough. Let's admit this. Can you get something going? Can you get something going? Whatever happened, what went wrong, appears to be fixable. It appears to be able to be band-aided. Is that going to turn into a relationship? The Hermit says maybe not. This could be maybe friends with benefits. This could be something where we have an on-off relationship. But the Hermit just says that there's a challenge getting this to convert into a relationship. Emperor says that they do come around. They do take command. They do want to talk to you. They do have the Knight of Cups feel, which is Mr. Romance. So they do have that action of, I want to talk to you. I want to communicate. We need something happening. We need something going, right? And this is something that's going to be steady, the Wheel. But why is the Hermit here? It feels like the Hermit sort of indicates it's not something that's going to be rock solid steady, because the Hermit and the Wheel sort of combine to be a counteracting each other. The Wheel is like a steady thing. What goes around comes around. Could be an on-off relationship. Could be friends with benefits. The Hermit says we could be alone. We could not have a relationship. We could have a lot of things that aren't moving in the way that the way things need to go. But overall, it just looks like, yeah, they are going to come around. But it's not going to be in the way that ultimately is like super satisfying to you. You know what I mean? It's almost like that maybe that's not going to be super satisfying for you, basically. All right, let me fix this. And you are banned. Congratulations. All right, let's see. Let's go with the next reading. The next reading indeed. Well, will I meet a romantic partner anytime soon? Nola. Let's see, Nola. Let's use the Modern Love Tarot for this and get you some hearts up in here. Get you some hearts up in here, because I think something's decent. I think something decent is around the corner indeed. All right, where's Nola at? I think I was looking at your icon. Nola, let's see, where's Nola at? Scroll up. Let's find Nola. Nola, you look really cute in your icon. Your icon on YouTube looks really cute, so it doesn't seem like that you're going to be short on relationships. It does not seem like you're going to be challenged to find a relationship. But let's find out what the tarot says. Let's find out what the tarot says. Oh, we clicked the wrong question. We got busy with the troll that had joined the chat, and now we click the correct question. There we go. We're on Nola's question. Okay. Finding a romantic partner anytime soon. Hermit, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Basically, you're looking at a short-term relationship with a Taurus. It's what I see here. You're looking at a short-term relationship at a Taurus. Basically, the Six of Wands is the Lord of Victory. So it is looking good for finding somebody, that's going to be decent, right? Seven of Cups says your options improve over time. Nola, I think this is one of the situations to where it's feast or famine. In other words, you have a lot of opportunities with different people, and then you have no opportunities. It's almost like things don't work in that direction. The Seven of Cups has a lot of people coming around, a lot of romantic interest, a lot of things sort of happening at the same time, and that's sort of exciting. But the Hermit says none of these are long-term. You know, none of these are very long-term. And the Page of Cups is basically the Taurus that you meet is a little more on the emotional unstable side. So they are a little bit on the unstable side. You have to sort of deal with that. But yeah, I think you have a Taurus coming in. I think Taurus is really, really nice. But damn, they're emotionally immature. They're really emotionally immature. I'm not talking like, they fart and try to light it or anything like that, but they are severely emotionally immature as it goes. You don't see that at first, but after a while, Nola, it's pretty obvious. That Taurus comes about and you're like, oh my God, that Tio guy, he was right. This person's really, really on the weird side. And the last reading of the night, my friends, is for Veronica. Wants to know, will me and Quandale go on a date in the month of June? I mean, that is going to be exciting. I love summer love. Okay, now let's face the facts. Let's you and I talk right now. When it comes to love, winter is the best month, is the best season. Because winter is when you can snuggle and it's not hot. Because snuggling during the summertime sucks. You know what I mean? Because you snuggle and then you're both sweaty and it's gross. And, it's not good. It is not good indeed. So wintertime is my favorite relationship season because you get to snuggle all night. You just open that window and it's freezing outside and your partner's like, come here, you. That's the best part. That's the best part about winter. All right. Now, we need a date in the month of June. Will it happen? Last reading, by the way, Magician, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, that's huge. that you're looking at the communication. Here's what you need in here. This is right here. Ace of Swords talks about the communication between both of you. You're picking up the phone, you're talking, you're concerned, everything is being worked out, everything is being planned. The Eight of Wands, let's get the date going soon. The Eight of Wands is a movement card. Let's get her ass moving. And the Eight of Wands is a quick movement card. Let's get her ass moving right now. And talk and get the Ace of Swords, get the communication going. Because the Magician says this is the time to go on a date. This is the month to do it. This is the month to do it. And that Four of Pentacles, it says we need to hold on to what we have. We do in this day. We need to hold on to what we have. So there's a lot of good things happening, a lot of good expectations, a lot of good things that come out of this date. I think overall it looks exciting. It looks exciting indeed. So again, thumbs up. Fantastic read. And Veronica, you're going to have a good time with Cornell in the month of June. Speaking of good times, I've had a great time with all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
Try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than